Today we've got a very special episode for you. We are going to be making the cocktails of a bar that I have been going to since it opened, basically. It's called Accomplice Bar. It's in Mar Vista here in Los Angeles, sunny Los Angeles, California. It is the sister bar to a restaurant called Little Fatty, which does Asian-inspired cuisine. The cocktails are Asian-inspired as well. Adam Fournier has been a friend of ours for a really long time, and we actually, little known fact that people don't realize, we actually launched a YouTube channel with Adam and then our other friend Max long time ago. It was very hard to get everyone together, and so it kind of collapsed on itself. But that channel still has 176 subscribers. It was called The Layman's Guide to Drinking, and it was going to be like our Barfly sort of spirits channel, or like Barfly produced spirits channel. Now we just sort of incorporated everything into this channel. So Adam George Fournier has been a Los Angeles area bartender for a very long time. I want to say for his entire career. And he has run some pretty incredible programs like the bar at the Nomad, when that was a thing in LA, kind of at the height of downtown before COVID and before it sort of collapsed in on itself. He is also the 2022 winner of the North American section of the Diageo World Class Competition, which is the biggest competition in the world as far as bartending is concerned. They also have a thing called Diageo Bar Academy on the internet where you can learn a lot about, kind of the inner workings of cocktails and running cocktails at bars. And he's done a few of those videos, and he's done some videos with us in the past. Today we're going to be making his cocktails. As you can see, we have a lot of ingredients out, and the cocktails are going to take a little bit more elbow grease, but for those of you that are interested in making these cocktails, I think you're really going to like them. You are going to have to make some syrups. There are some specialized ingredients, and I think that like after I taste these cocktails, we can talk about some subs for some of these things. Some of these ingredients can be subbed out and some of them cannot be subbed out, and I'll tell you which is which. And then of course, look in the description below the video for all of the specs for all of the syrups and everything that you need. Now let's go back to Accomplice for a second. I got acquainted with Accomplice because my old bar mentor, Gabby Mowarchik, was the first person to run the program over there. That was back when they were a smaller bar. Little Fatty was making a lot of waves in the food world, and so they opened this bar, Accomplice. And since she has left, the bar managers and program directors of Accomplice has been a veritable who's who of heavy hitters in the LA bar industry. So after Gabby, it was a guy named Mitch Ono, who is also another big heavy hitter. And after him was Ramsey Musk, also known as Dad Drinks on the Instagrams. And of course, Adam runs the program today. Little Fatty also has a store around the corner called Fatty Mart, where they sell some of the things that Chef makes in the restaurant. And then of course, a lot of Asian food mart. It's really great. We picked up one of the garnishes for one of these drinks over there. But we're gonna show you guys how to make it today. First cocktail we're doing is called a Little Tokyo. It's a martini variation. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is 5 drops of saline, 4 drops, no, 4, is it 4 dashes? Oh, 4 dashes of yuzu bitters, so. I mean, this is like probably like 2 dash right there. And then like, we're gonna do this freaking Southern Teague style. We're gonna do 1/4 ounce of Yuzu Sake. And we're gonna do 3/4 ounce of this cucumber infused Mencino Sakura Vermouth. And then 2 ounces of our Roku gin. I want like 1 big cube to crack in here, but I didn't really have one. Like I didn't have a good one anyway, so I'm gonna cut one. And I know a lot of people are asking, I know most of you at home are asking, Leandro, when you crack the cube that way, don't you get a lot of little shards of ice in the cocktail? And the answer is yes. And that's what you want to get, because stirring is not a very effective way of chilling your cocktail. And diluting. Diluting is really slow when you stir. So getting those little shards of ice in there will make sure that some ice melts very quickly, and then you get the proper amount of dilution in your drink. I'm gonna just clean this up because my OCD does not allow it. Let's give it a stir. You know, this calls for like a cucumber ribbon. Usually you would use like a regular cucumber, like a slicing cucumber, but slicing cucumbers have so many seeds in the middle. I actually really suggest having an English cucumber. But English cucumbers are huge, so it's gonna be an interesting.
English cucumber is the only cucumber I consider cucumber.
Really? Slicing cucumbers are weird. And not only that, I don't appreciate that they are just like completely covered in wax. And you have to give them like a good scrub under hot water with like basically a vegetable brush. to get rid of that wax coating. I really don't like it.
The only thing with the cucumber, the English cucumber, is they're so darn expensive.
Well, you know what my issue has been? And maybe this is just like a larger issue with like certain markets that are 2 words long and one word starts with W and the other one starts with F, is that half of the time they're freaking halfway bad.
Oh yeah, this one's all
Like
rotten.
slimy, and like this one's even like kind of on its way, and I just bought it. And so I don't know if that's just like a sign of the times or if that's just because a certain large parent company bought this other company and now the quality has taken a dive. Like I don't know which is which. I don't know which is
Did
true.
you take the plastic off of it, or it came out without plastic?
No, I took the plastic off. Yeah. What I've learned is to feel the ends, and usually if the end is like really mushy, then don't buy it. But this one has really nice ends, but still was a little slimy. It smells fine though, I'm sure it's fine. Anyway, it's gonna be interesting to do a cucumber ribbon here because this thing is so damn long. The thing is that I kind of don't want a blunted end of the cucumber ribbon, so. Cucumber ribbons have never really been my forte when it comes to garnishing. No, I think I might have to have a blunted end. Bruh. This is why I never do cucumber ribbons, because I'm just not a huge fan of the garnish just at all. But it is cucumber infused. Does that look wonderful? Maybe. Maybe not. Get our chilled glass here. Cheers. Now that is a vibrant. You know what's really nice about this cocktail is that it has a nice punchy, vibrant flavor. You get that yuzu, the cucumber vermouth and the yuzu together is a really nice marriage of flavors. You get all the botanicals of the Roku gin, so it keeps, consistent with what a martini should be, and yet you still have those nice extra flavors. It is a fantastic martini, and I'm glad that I have all this stuff to make it because I can make it again. I love it. I never mention it, but saline is just a really good idea to put in cocktails. It makes the flavor's a lot more punchy, kind of doing the same thing that it does in food. And so therefore you should be putting saline in your cocktails, and not just your shaken cocktails, because I know a lot of people think, oh yeah, that works in shaken cocktails, but it also works in stirred cocktails. The only cocktail I don't think that really needs it is an old fashioned, honestly, because I don't think you really need to punch those flavors up. It's not gonna do you wrong in any cocktail at all. And then of course, you're controlling a little bit of the sweetness of the yuzu with those yuzu bitters and kind of bringing in that like little bittering note on the back palate. So there it is, guys, the Little Tokyo. So the next cocktail we're doing has a black sesame Rice Krispie treat garnish, and we don't have that, so we're gonna make it, and I guess we're gonna show you how to make it. So we pause our regularly scheduled program to do a little Rice Krispie treat tutorial.
I mean, this is the garnish, right? So
it is. And you know what? You guys have said, I want you to make more garnish videos, so we're starting now. Okay, so now first we have to make sure that everything is connected. Turn on our heat. Want to do like medium low. And then we're gonna put in 4 tablespoons of butter, which I just happened to have in this kind of weirdly shaped butter. You can do salted, non-salted, it's up to you. I'd go with salted because, salt enhances flavor. You should do like a heaping 2 cups. I feel like we should go with a little bit more. I mean, do you think that, I don't know, because then it's 5 cups of Rice Krispie treats? You can play it by ear and see.
yeah.
Can't remember, I don't know if I've ever made Rice Krispie treats before. Ready? Mm-hmm. So we're gonna add 2.5 cups of marshmallows. While that melts, get our Rice Krispies. And we're gonna do 5 cups of Rice Krispies and try not to make a mess. To this, we're going to add a generous sprinkling of black sesame seeds. And by generous sprinkling, I mean, I don't know, let's say 2 tablespoons. Think that'll do it? Think it needs more?
Maybe even more, because you barely see it now. I mean, there are at the bottom there, but.
Say, let's go 3. Yeah, they'll get like more incorporated in, 3 tablespoons. All right, I think it's ready now. I'm gonna add in our brown butter marshmallow into the bowl.
All of a sudden, the marshmallow.
Into the bowl. You ever see that guy?
Yes.
Into the bowl.
All of a sudden, it didn't look like that much marshmallow.
I know. And it looks like a lot, a lot more sesame seed.
Yeah, I mean, it looks legit there.
Tastes legit. It's pretty good. Oh yeah. And you get that nice toasted sesame flavor as well. And it's pretty well done, right? Mm-hmm. Before this thing, while it's still hot, we're going to spoon this however we can into here, into my very inexpertly parchment papered loaf pan.
Yeah, these ratios don't make any sense to me. It looked like so much marshmallow to begin with, and then it looked like so little.
Right.
And then turns out it was enough. And then I thought we were going to have way too much Crispy treat material, but it's like almost not enough.
No, yeah, but it wasn't way too much though. I mean,
Yeah, no.
it seemed like it was way too much, but it really wasn't. It was just like, I think that putting sesame seeds into a Rice Krispie treat is like a freaking brilliant idea. And we made all this just because we need a little slice. I don't know, I feel like this bottom part maybe has like, there. Well, there you go. Voila, yay, Rice Krispie treats. Made it right the first time, I guess. The fancy places do not stir in the glass like I like to do. They make it in a stirred vessel, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna temper this so that it does not crack in the glass. So Imperical, this company, makes a bunch of spirits that like kind of loosely fit into a category, but aren't really that thing. And this is a plum distillate. So it's plum kernel, marigold flour, Belgian Saison 2, Pilsner malt, pearled barley. So it's like beer ingredients. So it's not necessarily really a gin. It smells like just insanely like plum, like they just distilled the essence of the plum. Yeah. Very, I mean, you can tell that it's a distillate. You can taste like the distilledness of it, but it also is very, 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 very plum forward. Oh my God, all this for just a teaspoon, bro. All this right here, this black sesame syrup. It's a 2-to-1 black sesame syrup, and all that for 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon, 2-to-1 black sesame syrup. 4 dashes. I did like 5 because I thought that the first ones didn't really come out that well, of our plum bitters. He uses Miracle Mile Ume bitters, but Louis Anderman, the guy who does Miracle Miles, didn't make Ume bitters this year, so you can't get them. So we're just doing the regular plum bitters. 1/4 ounce of the Imperial Plum. Everybody's favorite workhorse Amaro, Cynar, 3/4 ounce. Forgot to get the star of the show here. Ooh, it's been a while since I had a bottle of this. 1.5 ounces Michter's Bourbon. I don't use it very often, but I do like it. Hopefully it's tempered enough not to crack. Nice, all right. Moment of truth, buddy. The garnish.
I was just thinking, what is the garnish? I was thinking.
I don't know if I really needed the parchment paper, honestly. There you go. I think the slices that Adam makes are a little thinner, but there it is. Let's taste a cocktail. Obviously you get all the notes of the bourbon, but the plum comes in right on the finish. As it's going down your throat, opening up on the back palate. You have the sesame syrup, that 2-to-1 sesame syrup, that's bringing in like a nice level of sweetness and also kind of bringing in that toasted sesame vibe. And of course you have a black sesame Rice Krispie treat that also pairs just perfectly. It's a nice little sweet treat at the end of the drink. So there it is, guys, the Miracle Mile. This last cocktail is called the Mar Vista Orchards, and it was created with this, it's like a salted citrus cordial. Originally, this cordial was made for a challenge set out by Diageo when Adam was competing in world class, and it was a sustainability thing. So it takes basically like your, you know, kind of extra fruit that's sort of like kind of on its way out. It's a mix of different citrus fruits, although it is a 4-to-1 sweet to sour ratio on those citrus fruits. So you do like orange, blood orange, lemons, limes, whatever you've got, grapefruit. Recipe is down below in the description, so go check that out. And this is gonna be a spritz style cocktail. So we are gonna need a shaker for the first time in this video. We're just gonna do 1 ounce of our citrus cordial, 1.5 ounces of Kettle One. Now, at Accomplice, they use stemless wine glasses. We don't have that. But we do have this lovely, lovely, lovely glass that our good friend Kevin Coase kind of hooked up for us. We're just gonna use that as a stemless wine glass. I'm gonna take that, just literally the salted cordial and Kettle One, and we're just gonna shake that with some cold draft here. The old shake. We'll give it a strain. And we're just gonna top that up with approximately 3 ounces of bubbly champagne sparkling wine. Whatever your heart desires. And then we're just gonna garnish with a lemon peel. I feel like these are fancy cocktails, and so we really need to manicure our garnishes. There we go, let's give it a sip. Bright and refreshing. Obviously, the vodka is just in there to give alcohol to the salted cordial. The salted cordial is amazing. It's just like this vibrant citrus melange of fruits. You got a little bit of the grapefruit in there, giving it some bitters. You get the sharpness of some lime in there. What's really nice is the contrast between orange and blood orange. The blood orange is a little more tart than regular orange, but the regular orange is a little more sweet. So you're getting that sweetness, you're getting that tartness. Obviously, we've added sugar to this to kind of balance it all out, but it's just like a really nice, bright, I could see this on a hot summer day kind of a thing. So if any of you guys are headed below the equator this winter, here is your drink. So there it is, guys, the Mar Vista Orchards.